Hey divas, or should I say girls, gays, and theys. Are men here? Probably, but that's not who we talking about. First of all, can I get a closure for the outfit? My plant, but it's like, please don't fall. It's giving dark academia, and I have these red ballet flats. I was slaying at work today. This is what I wore to work. I was slaying. Okay. I haven't been here in a while, but it's been like 3-4 years. I'm back. And there's updates. There's some updates. Yeah. So first, cut my hair. Accepted the dyke aesthetic. Gotta accept them. Couple tattoos, couple earrings, We've had some, my body is like an avatar and I'm getting upgrades, So let's talk about that. That's the main thing. I am now not, I think the last time I uploaded I was 21. Now I am almost 25. I know, I've grown up. So I have a couple more brain cells, but my hobby of reading hasn't changed, and this is where we're here today. I've been seeing people on YouTube doing this thing where they read until they hit a 5-star. Now, they do it like, this book wasn't a 5-star, but like, this one is, I'm not doing that. Kendra, working full-time and having a hobby, impossible. Love my job, but it's hard. First, before we begin, let's talk about the book I read first that disappointed me. I read Legends and Lattes. I started it last week. I finished it today at work. I was listening to an audiobook because I listen to audiobooks because it's fun. It was like a Starbucks stimulator, which I was like, okay, not my thing. Like, one thing I liked in here, I liked the rat named Thimble and the cat. I think the cat was named Emery or some shit. Yeah, the rat and I, real bad. Love that rat. But yeah, I didn't care. And like, there was romance in here. I was like, can y'all stop with the romance? I don't give a damn. I'm just here to finish this. So that was 3 stars. Didn't enjoy it. But yeah, currently I'm reading Chlorine by Jade Song. It's about a swimmer that is like obsessed with being a ballerina. What? Girl, don't. Obsessed with being a mermaid, and it's about that. It's lit fic. I've really been in my lit fic bag this year, which I feel like you could probably tell based off of what I'm gonna be saying I'm reading. And yeah, it's kind of good. Is it 5 stars? I don't know. I don't think so. She's not that girl. She's a high 3 though, but she's not a 5-star. Maybe a 4, but she's not a high, like, I'll give her this. I do rate books highly if they're quick to get through, and this one was quick because I tried reading it last year. I got through chapter 3, was not successful, but now I picked it up over the weekend, and I picked it up like really late Saturday night, so like really Saturday morning at like 2 a.m. and it was slaying. It was really good. I read it all of yesterday, Sunday, and so it was good. So that's why like I rate books higher, because if they're really good to read. So that's my next one. If this most likely won't work out, it won't be a 5 stars, I don't think. If not, this video will be really fucking short. I have a couple more. I'm gonna go from like ones that I don't think will be 5 stars into ones that I know for a fact they must. So I'm also, the next one I want to read, if these two don't work, which they haven't, I don't think, I'm reading Death in Her Hands by Otessa Mashvig. I am in my lit fit bag and I am loving it. I read A Certain Hunger back in January. I have been sat and obsessed. It's the best. So this is about an older lady walking her dog, finds a note that says like it finds a note and it's her like going through it. At this point, I'm on page 78, which is not that far, but this book is a lot of internal monologue, which I'm not against, but like she's old and crotchety and has weird opinions, so I'm like, oh yeah. And yeah, I'm getting to it. Again, this is not a 5 star, which is unfortunate so far from what I see. We'll see. If that doesn't work, I want to read Butter by Osako Yuzuki. First of all, look at the cover. It's like iridescent. It's beautiful. I got the book half because of the cover, but the plot is good too. So I'll talk to you about that if we get to this point. And then this one. This has been really getting, Anibot by Sierra Greer. This has been getting popular on like my timeline, and I'm like, and I went to Barnes & Noble's last week and I had a gift card. And I read the first page and it was kind of slaying. The way the robot was talking, I didn't realize it was going to be in the robot's point of view, but it is, from the first chapter at least. And I'm intrigued. I'm really intrigued. I'm intrigued. Now, if these books don't work out, I have a book, Retcon 5. It's called, I'll put a picture right here. But this book, I read the second book in the series. I know you're supposed to start with book 1, but I read book 2. And this is book 1 in the series. And book 1 was very slay. No, I'm sorry, book 2 was very good. I enjoyed it a lot. So, I want to read it. So, I want to read that. So, we'll see. I'll tell you how Chlorine goes when I finish it tonight. I really want to read Anibot. I really do. I really, really do. Because I've been like foaming at the mouth. So we'll see. We'll see. But I really want to read Anibot. And we'll see how that goes for me. But yeah, I have 40% of this to get through. So I'll check in a couple hours, hopefully. Hey. So it's a little bit after 10. I finished Chlorine like I promised, and so I wanted to talk about it. But while I was doing that, I'm going to be doing my skincare routine because I have to go to bed. My bedtime is at 10. So yeah, I finished it. My final rating, it's more than a 3. More than a 3.5. I don't know. I'm stuck between a 4, actually a 4 and a 3.5. I'm like either a 4 or 3.5. I don't know yet. But it's not a 5. I enjoyed it. Like I said, call me crazy, call me unsophisticated. I hate books that are needlessly like complicated and needlessly hard to read. I'm like, it's a book. Let's calm down. We're writing a book. Like, we're not doing nuclear codes. So, but the book was super nice, easy to read. It wasn't hard. I think the last time, I couldn't read it last time because my attention span was trash because I was on TikTok. So I could generally only read audiobooks at that time because I wasn't paying attention, and I was like reading like one physical book a month because my attention span was like destroyed. Now I'm better than that now. I have my Kindle, which I started using. I got a Kindle as a gift, as a graduation gift / birthday gift for my sister last year. And so, exciting. I use it now and I understand. It really does make reading easier. Sorry, I have to keep looking here because I have my mirror. It does make reading easier. So, I'm still processing this book. Like I said, it's about a girl. She's under a lot of pressure from the adult in her life. She's a first-gen immigrant, so she's a first-gen Chinese immigrant named Ren, and she got into swimming. And like we go through her process of swimming, and she goes through this thing where she's going through metamorphosis into becoming a mermaid. And you're just reading about that, and in the end, yeah. So, it's queer, which is nice. But like I said, I don't know, I wasn't obsessed. I feel like for me to rate a book 4 stars, 4 and 5. Okay, 4 stars is like, I was loving it, kicking my feet, but like something about it didn't sit right with me. 5 stars, loving, kicking my feet. I didn't want to end the book, and I was obsessed. And this is not that. So but A 3-star is like, it was mid. It was okay. Like, or it had something in there that pissed me off. And like, usually talking about romance in this sense, but like, one of the characters in the romance kept pissing me off, but like by the end of it, they got better, but not enough for me to forget it. A 2 stars, they pissed me off the entire time, and at the end I was like, I don't want you to end up with this person. So I think it might be a 3.5. It might be a 3.5, I fear. Next, I'm gonna read Annie Bot. I don't feel like grabbing it. I got it last week, but I was scrolling on Kindle Unlimited today, and I noticed that there was a Kindle Unlimited book for it. It was on Kindle Unlimited, so like obviously I'm gonna read on my Kindle because that's faster. I can read on my phone and on my Kindle because I have the Kindle app on my phone. So that's what we're gonna do. I don't think I'm gonna start it tonight, if I'm being honest. I might get like a chapter into it because, oh my god, I like getting a chapter into books. I don't like starting books like outside of my house because I feel like it's harder for me to like get into it. I want to read a chapter so like I know what's happening, and then when I pick it up next, I'm not like trying to learn new info in a weird environment. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Hopefully the first chapter is not too long, because if it's more than 5 minutes, it's gonna wait till tomorrow. I'm gonna make sure it's downloaded because I'm gonna be using my Kindle not at home tomorrow. Because I usually take my Kindle everywhere with me, but sometimes I have it just in case, but sometimes I don't use it throughout the day. But I know I'm gonna be using it tomorrow, so I have to make sure everything is good so I can, and I have to set up for the week. But yeah, all I know is Robot Wife on Annie Bot. When I start it, I'll tell you about it. It's really short, by the way. All I know is Robot Wife. And the first chapter was really interesting. Granted, I read the first like page of the first chapter. But it was really interesting to me. So we'll find out together, but yeah. My plant just offed itself. I've had this plant for 3 years. I think it succumbed to root rot. Like, yeah, it's root rot. It has root rot. Yeah. Unfortunate. I'm gonna put it in the trash. That's so sad because I've had this plant since like 2021. I overwatered it, and it was sitting in water for like God knows how long, a couple months ago, and it has not been the same since. And then last week it started like wilting, and I was like, why are you wilting? I'm watering you regularly, I'm making sure. And it was too late. I should have removed the rotted roots, but I was too lazy. But that's not why I'm here. We're not here to host a plant funeral. I'm here because I have updates. So I haven't spoken to you guys since like the day before yesterday, because yesterday I was so busy. Like, yesterday was a mess. I didn't get home until 8 p.m. And then, actually, no, I didn't get home until 7. And then I had to spend like 2 hours on FaceTime planning something. And like, it's not that I'm complaining about having to be doing that, but yeah, I didn't read much yesterday. I read like maybe like 10 pages of Annie Bot, but I have a couple updates. I read Ripe. I forgot who it's by. I'll put a picture. Ripe. It's that red book with the pomegranate. It wasn't like I wanted to read it last year, but when that happened, when I saw it, I knew it was going to trigger me because of like personal situations. And so I didn't pick it up. And I was like, I'm going to put it on because I had it on Libya. I'm like, I'm going to put it on on a folder I call like future TBR. And then when I'm in the right mental space, I'm going to come back. And today I was in the right mental space. Yep. So what is it about? It is about this lady named Cassie. I don't know how old she is. She lives in Silicon Valley, and it's just her working in tech and like absolutely hating her job and feeling overwhelmed and stressed out and missing home. She's been in Silicon Valley for like a year working as a marketing manager, and her job is super toxic, and she's seeing the housing crisis in the middle of like in the beginning of like a pandemic kind. It was giving like COVID-19 kind of thing. And yeah, and then she's just not happy, and then she thinks she's pregnant. So before I get into this, I don't want to spoil it, but be aware. Trigger warning: substance abuse, trigger warning, pregnancy, taking illicit substances while pregnant, drinking while pregnant, suicide ideation. Just be ready. She's not like a good character. It's a lit fic because I'm in my lit fic era. And when I first read it, I gave it like 3.5. But like as I was sitting there at work thinking about it, I was like, you know what? It's a 4. Is it saying anything new that I know about fiction? And no, it's not. But like I still enjoyed it. I will, like I said the other day, I will always read a book that's easy to read. I higher rating. I hate pretentious books. I'm looking at you, Secret History. Not even that. Actually, no, I like a Secret History. I'm looking at you, A Little Life. That's who I'm looking at when I say that. I hate pretentious books. They piss me off. I'm like, why are you making your shit like that? Like, you don't have to use big words. It's not even that Little Life is like that. Anyways, this has a point. The point is, I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. And I also want to update. I have a rating for Chlorine that I read. I have a rating. The rating is, I ended up giving it 4 stars because I think I said 3.5 before, or like 3.75, but like I kept going back and I'm like, I think it's 4 star. I think what ruined the rating for Chlorine is that the climax was not punchy enough and it was very drawn out. So that's what it is about. But it's a 4 star. I enjoyed it. It's a 4 star. I would recommend it to people who like Ripe and Chlorine. I'd recommend it to people who like reading women losing their minds and like psychotic breaks, under pressure, fighting for their life, mentally. Yeah, so it was good. That's the kind of shit I like this year. I really like reading about like women like going through shit. It's just interesting to me. But yeah, so update on Anibot. I think I am on chapter 3, and I believe that is I'm looking up as I'm trying to think. I think I'm like 30 something percent through the book, like 32 or 34, but I know I'm in chapter 3. And it's just the life of a conservative woman. I'm so sorry. I posted this on my Goodreads when I was like this morning, but yeah, it's literally just the life of a conservative woman. It's like this man is tweaking because he thinks she's questioning when she asks a simple question. I'm like, now I see why your wife left your ass. So, but I'm not hating it though. I'm not hating it. It's over. I love short books. I'm so sorry. I have a couple chonkers I was planning to read this month, and no, I'm gonna stick to my short books. Like, so, well, we'll see how that goes. But for now, I don't want to read them because I'm scared because they're over 500 pages. I know someone's going to be like, 500, that's nothing. I read a Brandon Sanderson that was like 2,000 pages. I love that for you, girly. Love that. I love that. I love that. However, I don't want to read a 2,000 page book. Like, for me to read a 500 page book, it had to be really interesting, really engaging, probably fantasy, which the books I want to read are fantasy, and probably like queer, like maybe a queer romance, but like it has to be just a 500, because if it's a romance book over 500, even 400, you're pissing me off because it's a romance, contemporary romance, Get In Get Out by 350. But 400, I don't know, 500, your shit better be good, and I better be hoping that it continues. I better be praying that it doesn't end. That's why. So fantasy, the books I want to read are in fact fantasy, and so we shall see. But yeah. If these book, honestly, right now, my rating for Anibot, probably a 4 star. I don't think it's a 5 star. It depends on how they stick the landing. It depends. I think I know how it's going to end, but it depends on how they stick the landing. So It depends, but like I'm not hating it. And like if Annie Bot is not a 5 stars, I'm gonna read Oathbound by Tracy Dion. But it's a time crunch. I have to finish Annie Bot quickly because my Tracy Dion book is due in like 9 days, and it's a 600 page chunker. And I might, if I don't finish it, and if it's close to the deadline, I have until not this Friday, but next Friday that my hold for that Tracy Dion book is due. So if I can't get into it, if I can't start reading it, at least by like, I can't read. And this is the thing, I'm busy this weekend, so I might have to buy the physical Tracy Dion book. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Who could have foreseen this? It's not like I have the other 2 books and it's my favorite fantasy series. Oh no! We would have never foreseen the circumstance. So, and I have a $25 gift card I got today. So, we about to ball out at Amazon. Or, yeah, I have an Amazon gift card, so I think that's all I can do right now. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get that so I can read it. But I have the ebook, and I like reading ebooks because it's easier and it's on my Kindle and I don't have to lug around a big ass book all day. But we'll see. I want to finish Annie Bot so I can start it. I want to, because it's due next Friday, the 18th at like 7 p.m. And I know later this week I'm busy this weekend, so I won't have time to read this weekend. So I'm probably just gonna get the book because I know for a fact I'm not gonna start. Actually, let's be optimistic. We'll see. And if Oathbound doesn't work, the book I have, We Could Be So Good by Cat Sebastian. It's the first book. I read the second book called You Should Be So Lucky. I'm saying this because I'm not sure, but yeah, that's what it is, I think. I'll put a picture. I was talking about the other day and I couldn't remember the name. We Could Be So Good, I think. And I feel like I'm gonna like that book. And then if that doesn't work, then do I not know my taste? If that doesn't work, we're just gonna say fuck it, we ball and read The Will of the Many, and we see what happens from there. Yeah. If that doesn't work, fuck it, we ball. We're reading The Will of the Many, because why would Oathbound not work? Like, that makes no sense. Why would Oathbound? Tracy Dion. What? I think I rated them like highly, a 4 or 5 for both. So why wouldn't they work? So we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, that's my update tonight. I'll let you know tomorrow, because I really have, like, I tried reading earlier, but I got distracted by something. So I haven't been able to read much. So I hope. I need to stop greeting people like this. This is my new favorite thing to do. Hey, Tikvas. I can't take this video seriously because the entire time you would think that I only film at night and I live in the darkness, which, fact. But I promise, it's just because every time I manage to like start filming, it's nighttime because. So let's have a round of applause because I finished Annie Bot. I finished it. Who would have thought? Not me, because the way it took me like 5 days to read this book. Okay, not 5 days, but today's Friday and I finished it. And I'm so proud of myself. I finished it this morning and I was gonna start Oathbound, but then I decided, why not spend my entire afternoon reading Interview with a Vampire fan fiction? It was Louis and Lestat. Yeah. Now, I would like some Daniel, Malloy, and Armand. Do I like Armand? No, I want that twink to stuff. I want to curb stomp him. However, I can be convinced. I feel like nobody will see this video, so I'm probably talking to the void. But like, if you are in this circle where I love Interview with the Vampire, and I love fan fiction. Yeah, yeah. And you have been reading Daniel Malloy and Lestat. No, oh, no, God, no. Daniel Malloy and Armand and or Louis and Lestat fan fiction. Hit me up. Hit me up. I have archives of our own locked and loaded. Give me the name. Give me the author. Send me a link. That's what I want. Yeah. I downloaded some from onto my Kindle a couple months ago, and I completely forgot about them. And I was like, oh my God. Every month I get like a random urge to read fan fiction, and I have to like satiate that urge. So I have fan fiction locked and loaded in my Kindle. So, oh my God. If you read not Harry Potter, what the fuck? Louis Lestat fanfiction. Let me tell you something. No! It's not Louis Lestat. This is a completely new fandom. Hannibal Lecter. Yeah, it's a circle. Hannibal Lecter. Yeah, William Graham and Anne Hannibal. Yeah, a couple years ago, a year or two. I'm still not done. I'm 40% through. I found this Bram Stoker Dracula Hannibal Lecter fanfiction. And it's basically Dracula, but it's Hannibal Lecter, and Hannibal's a vampire. It is, in fact, 120 pages, 120 chapters. I'm in fact, only at the part of Dracula where, I forgot, the main character comes back, and weird shit starts happening to his fiance. That's where I am, and I'm 40%. I've been reading this thing for so long. It is such a good fanfiction. However, it pissed me off because there was a scene where it was like dubious consent, and I was like, I don't like that. But after that, yeah, it's a good book. It's a good fanfiction. So, Interview with a Vampire, Hannibal Lecter, my interests. Also, I low-key want to read the Interview with a Vampire, like initial trilogy, the first three, because I know they say that's the best one. I low-key want to read it. Just because I've been reading. I'm trying to enjoy Armand. I'm really trying to like Armand. He just pisses me off. Like, yeah, I have so many issues. I'm still mad about how Claudia died. I'm still mad. I'm mad at Louis. I'm mad at Lestat, and I'm mad at Armand. Fuck everybody. That's why Daniel was my favorite character, because he was like queening out and gagging them, because like, what the fuck do you mean? So yeah. I love Claudia, and I wanted her to be happy, and it's so sad that she died because I love her and I want to read the initial books, but I feel like apparently it's weird shit happens. I still want to try it. I might force you guys to watch me read them, the first three. I'm not reading all of it. Apparently by the end it gets ridiculous. I don't give a fuck about them. I only care about those three. If I care enough about somebody else, I'll go there. I love hopping around a series. I don't discriminate. Anyways, I hope no one clicked off because I started ranting about fanfiction. Anyways, I finished this today. Yeah. Aren't you proud of me? Nod. Yes, you're proud of me. You're proud of me. I didn't think I could do it. I thought the world would end before I read this, and I did it. And guess what? I rated it. Yeah, 5 stars. Right, exactly. Let's talk about it now. It's so much, but it was so good. Why did I like it? First of all, it was quick, easy to read, and the plot was plotting. I enjoyed it. Did it go how I thought it was gonna go? No, because I thought Annie was gonna crash out and kill Doug. That did not happen. I don't think that's a spoiler. You don't know what happens. I just said she doesn't crash out and kill him. I thought she was going to. Many times I said you should have just killed him. I support women's wrongs. What am I to tell you? Can you tell my favorite color is green? Can you tell yet? Okay. I'm glad you can. But yeah. So she didn't kill him, but it's a good book. It's interesting. So I liked it because it talks about, first of all, it's like the conservative lifestyle on steroids. And so Doug is toxic. Oh, that's my watch beeping because it's 11. Doug is an asshole. And so it's about her like going through it with him and him being toxic as fuck. And just the plot, it talks, the things I liked about it is like the way it talked about like women's like plight of relationships, not from a woman's point of view, from like not from a human, but from like a point of view of a robot. And it was packaged in the context of, oh, I'm a robot, that's why I have to do this. But you as a reader don't know, it's because that's what women are supposed to do. It's not because you're a robot. He doesn't own you because he bought you. He owns you because you're a woman and you're his partner. That's why he owns you. That's society. Aren't you happy to be a woman? Like, yeah. So I really liked that he discussed that aspect. And a lot of things in here that I highlighted, and a lot of things that I enjoyed about it was because like it was like talking about the plight of being a woman from the point of view of like a entity that's not a human. So like the way, yeah, I just think the way they talked about it was really interesting to me, and I enjoyed it. It was a slay. It was good, and Annie was like iconic, and Doug, I will curb stomp him too. But yeah, as you may have guessed, I do not have a physical version of Ripe because I didn't want to. So these are the books I read, and this is just Ripe. This is just Ripe. Legend and Lattes, Dookie Butt, Starbucks, fan fiction, Chlorine, kind of quirky, kind of cute, would recommend for the girls who wants to read women going crazy and going insane and seeing what the fuck happens. Ripe, kind of quirky, kind of kooky, kind of cute. Just girls being girls and going insane. And like, no, yeah, exactly. You notice how I didn't say anything of substance? Yeah, exactly why. Thank you. And Annie Bot, girls being girls. No, but this is my 5-star. So this video is over. I'm free. I'm free. Not that I was hating myself, but I was low-key scared that like I'd have to read like 10 books because I don't know my taste, and I'll be like, oh, I'm stuck here forever. But that means I get to read Oathbound. Yeah. It's not like I've been talking about reading it for the entire video because I'm excited to read it because I love it so much. Yeah, you couldn't have guessed. I will be purchasing it tonight. I went to 2 separate places that sell books. They did not have it. I'm taking it personally because what do you mean you don't have Oathbound? Okay. Fuck me. So now I have to give Daddy Bezos and use my gift card to buy Daddy Bezos Oathbound and Interview the Vampire. Yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed this because I had so much fun. But yeah. I don't know what I'm posting next. And when I'm posting next, that's a secret. I don't even know. But yeah.